will it be the third time for West Indies and we will see the DJ Bravo thing again? So what do you think? So hello guys, welcome to the another episode of CRICTIK, and I am here with another special guest, Deep Prakash, who is a PhD student in analytics and sports marketing. So everyone thinks that West Indies is only known for their power hitting, but he thinks something different. He thinks that West Indies is the best team to use the data. So he is supporting West Indies very closely this World Cup T20. So hello bro, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Ankur. Thanks for inviting me to your show, and I'm really looking forward to analyze the West Indies cricket squad with you.
Yeah. So as you mentioned squad, so let's take this discussion further to the squad only. So here's the squad on my screen. It's Karen Pollard who is captaining the team, followed by Nicholas Pooran, Fabian Allen, Dwayne Bravo, Chase, Andre Fletcher, Chris Gayle, Shemran Hetmeyer, Obed McCoy, Landon Simmons, Ravi Rampal, Andre Russell, O'Shane Thomas, Hayden Walsh, and Evan Lewis. And there are three reserves: Darren Bravo, Sheldon Cottrell, and Jason Holder. So, what do you think about the squad?
I think the squad is perfect, and this is what I was expecting from the West Indies cricket board, that they will reward the players for their CPL performances, and that's why we can see that they included Ravi Rampal instead of Jason Holder, and also Obed McCoy. He has been doing really great for them instead of another experienced pacer who is actually in their reserves. So the squad is really looking good, and if you see, they have good power hitters, and they have included someone like Roston Chase to accompany the power hitters. So it's a really well balanced squad that can go all the way and reach at least the semifinals once again.
Okay. So now let's talk about the power hitting ability of the team. Like, it's the best power hitting unit in the T20 World Cup. So, what do you think about the power hitting?
Yeah. So when we talk about the Caribbean firepower and their power hitting capability, so we usually talk about the number of sixes that they hit, their boundary percentage, and the frequency with which they hit the boundaries. And there are three guys in this setup who has been doing this continuously in this IPL season. That's Shimran Hetmeyer for Delhi Capitals with a strike rate of 167.91, and then Kieran Pollard for Mumbai Indians with an impressive strike rate of around 148, and Dreras for KKR with an impressive strike rate of around 152. Yes, for Pollard and Dreras, their averages has been a concern, but when they bat for West Indies, then in their batting order, their averages won't matter. Their strike rates matters a lot because they have some consistent guys at the top. And
Yeah.
especially Shimran Hetmeyer has been doing this with consistency. He averages around 37.50 in this IPL with a strike rate of 167.91, which is the best among those who have played more than 100 balls and scored more than 200
Yeah.
runs. And it's not just the power hitting capabilities of these three, it's also their ability to finish games. So Shimran Hetmeyer has finished 6 games out of the 12 innings that he played for Delhi Capitals. So that's something that we have to look for when we talk about the power hitting capability. And I think they are the best in business. So that's what makes this team really special.
Yeah. And I want to ask you a question. Do you remember this photo?
Yes. This is 2016 T20 World Cup final in Eden Gardens, Kolkata, where Carlos Brathwaite blasted 4 sixes in the last over of Ben Stokes, and then this West Indies team won the title. And as you were mentioning in the previous question about the power hitting capability, this is a prime example of
Yeah.
the power hitting capability of West Indies cricket.
Exactly. No one ever thought that West Indies could win that match. Actually, four sixes in the last over, and that to a legendary all-rounder Ben Stokes. It's a huge round of applause for Carlos Brathwaite. So, but now let us talk about concern of West Indies. That is Nicholas Pooran. He hasn't been performing that well. From he was good in the Caribbean Premier League, but yeah, in IPL you saw him again, not that kind of performance what we expect from him. Do you think that it's a concern?
Right. For West Indies, the kind of cricket that they play with this 11 is not a concern because they bat very deep, right? So if they score 80 runs in the power play with 4 wickets down, they'll be very happy with it. They are not like India where they rely heavily on the top two or three, where we need at least Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli to score runs or KR Rahul to score runs. But when we talk about West Indies, their role is defined. If Nicholas Puran plays 20 runs innings in 10 balls or 30 in 15, that's his role,
Yeah.
right? If he scores well, it's okay. If he doesn't score well, it's okay because that's the kind of game that they play. They don't play defensive cricket, and even if they are not performing well, they'll play the same brand of cricket. So
Yeah.
that's what makes them really special, and it's not a concern because that's his natural style of play. If he changes his natural style, then it will become a concern because
Yeah.
they have someone like Pollard, Hetmeyer, Russell, Bravo to come after him, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's you like perfectly mentioned here. So now let us talk about the Chris Gale. Christopher Henry Gale, universe boss. So yeah, he took a break from the second leg of IPL from Punjab Kings campaign because he said that he wanted to keep his mind free to focus on West Indies T20 World Cup. So do you think that we'll see the old vintage Chris Gale back for the West Indies team?
Right. It's an interesting question, and there are two takes on it. So first, whether you play with Chris Gale. So when you play with Chris Gale, you don't worry about his form, what he has been doing in last so many games, because he is Chris Gale. He is
Yeah.
the universe boss. On his day, he can win you games individually, but if it's not his day, then okay, he'll get out early,
Yeah.
right? So that's the gamble that they have to think that whether they are willing to take it or not. But as of now, as an analyst, I don't see Chris Gale starting in the 11. And
Okay.
I'll explain it later when we'll talk about their bowling attack because that's what determines whether Chris Gale will play or not.
Okay, that's an interesting point that you gave here, that Christopher Henry Gale shouldn't be in the playing 11. So now let us talk about your fast bowling attack. It's a decent fast bowling attack. Not too good but not too bad. You have Usain Thomas, you have Ravi Rampal, you have Karen Pollard, you have DJ Bravo, the best death bowler. So what do you think about your pace attack?
Yeah, first of all, it's kind of disappointed to hear that you find it a decent bowling attack. I think it's a really, really, really good bowling attack that we have this time, and it's better than what we had in the last World Cup. The reason being that when we talk about West Indies bowling attack, so they come with a clear mindset. They are not focused on economy rates because they know that they have the firepower, they can chase any target.
Yeah.
So when they come to bowl, they want to take wickets. So if you see the bowlers that they have a DJ Bravo whose economy, yeah, his economy is more than 8, but his bowling strike rate is 13.6. He gives
Yeah.
you 2 wickets per match. Similarly, with Ravi Rampal in his CPL, he took 19 wickets with a strike rate of 12.2, again 2 wickets per
Yeah.
match. Similarly, Obed McCoy, a left-arm pacer with an impressive strike rate of 10 per match. Similarly, you have a Dreras who has taken wickets with a strike rate of 10 per match. So every pace bowler you have in this lineup, you see on an average he takes 2 wickets per match. So that's what this West Indies cricket wants. They want their bowlers to go for wickets because they know that they have the batting that can chase any target.
Yeah.
So runs doesn't matter here. So when we try to analyze these bowlers, so we need to look at the strike rates other than their economy rates.
Yeah. So as you mentioned that your fast bowling isn't a concern, but I know that your spin department is. You have three spinners, but they are not performing that well. So what do you think? Because UAE is a slow pitch and Oman also a slow pitch. So what do you think? Because spinners have to play the key role. So what do you think? Who will lead the spin department from the front?
Right. So this is the question that I want to answer along with your Chris Gale question.
Yeah.
So as of now, we've seen that the pace bowling attack is really good. So if you play Chris Gale, then you are forced to play Fabian Allen also in the 11, because then you won't be able to play someone like Roston Chase, who is the off spinner in this 11 and who will bat somewhere at 3 or 4. So if Gale plays, you can't play Roston Chase and you'll be forced to play Fabian Allen. And then you have to play Hayden Walsh, who is the leg break googly bowler in this side, right? So that's where the spin bowling attack kind of becomes weak and one dimensional when you have both Fabian Allen and Hayden Walsh in the 11. So that's why I said that I don't see Chris Gayle in the 11 on these turning and slow tracks, where I want to see Roston Chase in the 11, because then our spin bowling attack looks a kind of not unidimensional. It kind of looks better with some variety, because you have a Hayden Walsh, who is a leg break googly
Right.
bowler, and you also have a Roston Chase, who provides stability in the middle order. He had an impressive CPL at number 3 and 4 with the strike rate of 150 and averaging around 40. And he has been really economical with the ball. His economy is around 6.5 something.
Oh.
So that's where I think Roston Chase inclusion in the side is really important. And unfortunately for that, Gale has to sit out. So Gale plus Hayden Walsh is going to be my spin combination. And Hayden Walsh on these pitches, I think he'll be. You can't compare him with someone like Chahal or Rashid Khan,
Yeah.
but yes, he'll do his job. He'll do his job.
So now let us talk about Jason Holder, the perfect all-rounder for West Indies, that I think, because he has served West Indies cricket a lot. He has that capability to take wickets and finish the games too. So what are your opinions on it? Like, should he be in the main squad? Because I think that he should be.
Okay, so that's a great question. So if you would have asked me this question before the IPL, this second leg of IPL, I would have said that okay, it's okay that Jason Holder is in the reserves, but after seeing his performances in his 8 matches, he took 16 wickets with an impressive strike rate of bowling strike rate of around 12. So again, it translates to around 2 wickets per match. But his economy rate has also been impressive, somewhere around 7.75. But the only concern that I see with Jason Holder's inclusion is that, again, the bowling attack becomes unidimensional if you include Jason Holder, because if you include Jason Holder, you have to remove someone like Ravi Rampal or someone like O'Shane Thomas, right? So in UAE, you have to see that there are pitches where you need bowlers who will bowl with who will bowl around 140 or 140 plus. And I think that's where they need guys like O'Shane Thomas and Ravi Rampal.
Yeah. So now let's take this topic further to the key players for the World Cup T20 in your team. So what do you think? Who will be the key players for the whole tournament?
Right. So there are two guys. So depending on their performances, the success of West Indies, okay, West Indies campaign will be defined. So first player is Andre Russell. So it totally depends how Kyron Pollard, the captain, uses Andre Russell, the all-rounder, not just Andre Russell, the batsman, or Andre Russell, the bowler. And if they can extract the maximum, I think no one can beat this side.
Yeah.
Then second guy is Roston Chase.
Oh.
So Roston Chase is the underdog in this side, and he is going to achieve big fame out of this World Cup and definitely a contract for the next IPL. The reason being that he's that kind of a guy who bats at 3 and 4, and unlike many other guys who bat at this particular position, he's really good in hitting sixes to spinners. And another point that goes in Roston Chase's favor is that in this lineup, when they have Evan Lewis, who is a left-hander, they have a Chris Gayle, who is a left-hander, they have a Nicholas Pooran, who is a left-hander, and they have a Shimron Hetmeyer, who is a left-hander. They will be forced to fit someone like Roston Chase in the middle order, somewhere around 3, 4, or 5, so that on grounds where there are sides where the leg side is shorter than the off side,
Yeah.
you need a lefty righty combination in the middle. So again, there Roston Chase will be helpful if you sandwich him between Evan Lewis and Nicholas Pooran, or Evan
Yeah.
Lewis or Shimron Hetmeyer in the side. So for me, these two are going to be the MVPs for West Indies: Roston Chase and Andre Russell.
Okay, nice. It was very nice prediction that you made. So now let us talk about your probable 11. What probable 11 you want to see them like in the World Cup?
Yeah. So usually, unlike many other analysts, I want to start my playing 11 with the bowlers, and depending on that, I usually select my batsmen to provide that balance. So because I believe that bowlers will win you matches in this particular World Cup. So my power play bowlers are going to be Ravi Rampal and Ovid McCoy. So my 9 and 10 are Ravi Rampal and Ovid McCoy. I have a right arm fast bowler and I have a left arm fast bowler, so that provides me the variety.
Okay.
Then at number 11, I have a leg break googly bowler in Hayden Walsh Jr. So these three will give me somewhere around 10 to 12 overs.
Okay.
And then, in order to get the remaining overs, I have two death over specialists, Andre Russell and DJ Bravo. So both of them will give somewhere around 3 overs each. I don't expect them to bowl 4 overs. So which means that I have my 7 to 11 like Andre Russell, DJ Bravo, Ravi Rampal, Ovid McCoy, and Hayden Walsh. So
Okay.
these five bowlers will bowl somewhere around 15 to 16 overs. So
Okay.
I still need to get four overs from somewhere else. So on their day they can so these five can maybe some of them can bowl 4 overs, so let's say I need 3 overs from somewhere else. So that's where I have Karen Pollard who has to bowl 1 over, and
Okay.
then from for the remaining 2 overs I have someone like Roston Chase, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So this is how my bowling attack will be, which means that now I have just 5 positions left in my batting spot. So my openers are going to be Andre Fletcher and Evan Lewis,
Okay.
because I want that right hand left hand combination. You can say that, okay, why are you not selecting Lendl Simmons? So it's purely based on the current form. They can even play Lendl Simmons instead of Andre Fletcher. But the reason I'm selecting Andre Fletcher here is that he provides you that extra wicketkeeper option, and it's good to start with Andre Fletcher, because if Nicholas Puran's form drops, you can have a Chris Gayle back in the 11
Yeah.
instead of Nicholas Puran, and Andre Fletcher can keep. So, but in my starting 11, I'll have Andre Fletcher and Nicholas Puran at 1-2. My number
Okay.
3 and 4 are flexible depending on match situation. If Lewis goes out, Nicholas Puran bats at 3. If Fletcher goes out, then Roston Chase bats at 3.
Okay.
Right. So my 1, 2, 3, 4 again I'll repeat: Andre Fletcher, Evan Lewis, Nicholas Puran, Roston Chase. Then at number 5 I have Karen Pollard. At number 6 I have Simran Hetmeyer.
Okay.
At number 7 I have Andre Russell. Number 8 I have Dwayne Bravo. Number 9 I have Ravi Rampal. Number 10 I have Ovid McCoy. Number 11 I have Hayden Walsh.
Yeah, I think you told such a great playing 11 that is like so tough to like play with, such a tough team to play with actually. So now let us talk about the final question for the day. Will it be the third time for West Indies and we will see the DJ Bravo thing again? So what do you think?
Look, so I definitely see him going till the semi-finals, because their group is comparatively easier as compared to India's group,
Yeah.
because West Indies they have to play against the likes of Australia, England, and South Africa. So from their group, I definitely see them qualifying for the semi-finals.
Okay.
So it depends whether they qualify at first position or second position, because depending on that, we'll. So in my analysis, I see them playing the semi-final against India.
Oh,
So I think that's where the dilemma lies. So yeah, so but definitely till semi-finals I see them. So if they don't play the semi-final against India, then I think they will reach finals and it's going to be a third title for them.
okay, that's great. That's great. Such a confident guy you are about West Indies. So, guys, here we end up with the show. It was an honor that you came on my show and you give such a beautiful analytics and data for the West Indies team. Thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon at the bottom. And don't forget to follow Deep Prakash. Bro, please tell your Instagram ID to everyone.
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is rookie_deep. So you can follow me, and we'll be doing many Instagram lives during the game for pre-match and post-match analysis. So you can follow me there.
So guys, thank you for watching the video till the end. Hope you like it.